Hello YouTubers, this is The Giant Awakens, and today I want to talk about how China will become the #1 economy in the world without firing a shot. If you haven't watched over the last 10 years, millions of our jobs have gone to China and India, all these other countries around the world for cheap labor, and what it's caused is China has, increased their technology, increased their manufacturing base, mainly because of us. I mean, they've taken all our technology, everything that we sent them. We basically set them up so they can overtake us. Basically, in the next 4 years, I think that's going to happen. I mean, they've already manufactured more cars than we do. It'd be only a matter of time when they become the #1 economy in the world and won't need us anymore. On top of that, they've taken 90% of the rare earth minerals around the world that are used in electronics. Lithium, gold, silver, all these different metals. They've, rare earth, aluminum, steel. They've bought up all these mines in Australia and South Africa. You name it, Canada. Also, they're buying up petroleum parts in Canada. Canada was talking about doing a pipeline into the United States. Now that's off right now, and now they're talking about possibly doing it with China. So I mean, everything that has become great about America is being shipped over to China and some of these other third world countries. I mean, I don't know if it's purposefully or what, or just greed, but it seems like their end game is to take our level of living back down to these third world countries, to basically balance it out and to make the middle class basically poor, because that's what's happening. I did a previous video about how the rich and the poor are squeezing out the middle class. The middle class is not having anything left because on the rich end, with deflation, the rich are buying up everything, and on the poor end, we have almost 50% of the population in the United States aren't paying any taxes, so they have no skin in the game. So they're, in essence, they have no desire to go out and work and get a job if they can get, what is it now? It's 100 weeks of unemployment or whatever they're getting. I mean, it's crazy. So there is no desire to go out and work on the low end, because they don't have to pay taxes. And then the high end, they're meanwhile is they're taking everything up. I mean, shipping jobs overseas, consolidating power. And all this is happening, and we're just blind. I mean, everyone's just watching these reality shows on TV, clueless to what's happening. And meanwhile, China, like I said, doesn't even have to fire a shot. Our military is overstretched. It's we've been fighting wars for over 10 years all around the world. Now we're by Iran. I mean, that situation could get out of control very easily, and no one seems to care. I mean, I believe the morale of the troops have to be terrible at this point. I mean, think about it. I know friends of mine have been on, 5 and 6 tours, going to Iraq or Afghanistan. I mean, that's crazy. How can that be good on morale? I mean, it's for over past 10 years, all we've been doing is war, building the military-industrial complex, and they don't. I think our leaders have no clue what it's doing to the morale of our troops, and I think the American people are finally waking up and tired of it. So I think this, like I said in my previous video, I think the next election is probably the most important election of our lifetime. We really have to get out of all these wars. Like I said in one of my previous videos, I talk about how I've really done a 360 when it comes to United States as far as going into these other countries and trying to change them. It's done no good. We've done no good in Iraq. They're going to go back to the way it was. Afghanistan will go the same way as soon as we leave there. We're not going to change the Middle East. They've been fighting over 1,000 years. So all this stuff is coming back to roost because of all this money that we spent and all these cheap labor that we've given China. It's going to come back to roost and haunt us. So I think like I said, please vote for Ron Paul. I think he's the only one that's talking about fixing these problems. So anyway, I hope you comment on this video. If you haven't signed up for my YouTube channel yet, please do. And everyone have a great day, and thanks for listening.